Impact. En este episodio vamos a intentar acabar de una vez la parte esta de la montaña. Descubrimos el dominio y ya iríamos a la misión principal, que la tenemos en Sumeru. Así que bueno, ¿qué tal estáis? Si sabéis, como siempre digo, que si os está gustando, os podéis parar un instante para dejarme likes, comentarios, suscribiros al canal, darle a la campanita, compartir el vídeo, etcétera. Vamos a ver si conseguimos. Está aquí, espera, que está aquí, estás aquí, demasiado, me he tirado demasiado. Ya se me ha quitado el cuerzo, ¿no? ¡Ay, no! ¡Ay, qué bien! ¿No es el último? No me digas que no es el último. Bueno, he saltado ahí a lo loco. ¡A lo loco! Se reconstruye el pilar. Bueno, entero no, pero bueno. Se va al cielo. Se va al infinito. Estamos aquí comentando la jugada. Al parecer hay un hueco muy grande. Ahí está el dominio. Ya lo tenemos todo. Espera, ¿eso es un monstruo? Bueno, pero seguramente habrá monstruos alrededor. Uy, un cofre. Un cofrecito.
I'll keep this close.
Y ahí hay otro. Este es peor, pero bueno. Madre mía, para que te den artefactos morados, ¿eh? Lo que hay que es sufrir y penar en este juego. No quiero ni pensar ya cuando empecemos con los legendarios, los de 5 estrellas. Acá, Goba, aquí. Que a veces hay que enseñarte, macho, a apuntar. A ver, ¿esto es una lápida? Lejos de la nieve y la guerra llegué a este paraíso reverdecido. Aquí se erigió este monumento, el cual fue bautizado como Salvind. Mira tú, qué bien. 200.000 moras, joder. Regresemos a informar a esa aventurera. Ya, pero ya que estamos un segundín, informa a Iris, vale, pero vamos a ver cómo es el dominio este. Uff, 59. Vamos a probarlo, pero... no. Que no tengo... Bueno, pero como la resina se... Vamos a probarlo. Como la resina se recarga, digamos, una vez por... Me piden geo. Yo no te meto geo. Ay, que tengo anemo, es verdad, tú. Bueno, vamos a probarlo, como hemos dicho. Que para morir siempre hay tiempo. Vale, digamos que es de matar bichos.
You're in for a little shock.
2 de 15. No parece muy difícil, ¿no?
Come a little closer. Surrender and be gentle.
Nice and spicy.
De 15. Hombre, por tiempo lo vamos a hacer, está claro.
Prepare to be blown away. Boba, get them. Ha! Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Windblade.
¡Ey, que me estoy helando! No me jodas, que aquí también te puedes helar. ¿Y dónde te calientas aquí? ¿En las áreas estas? Supongo, sí. Es normal.
Nice and spicy.
Ahora se le pone el escudo otra vez, qué pesado.
Windblade. Out the frying pan, into the fire.
Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock.
Con durillos, claro. Ellos tienen ya un nivel que no tengo yo.
Hi.
9 de 15, venga, vamos.
Windblade.
Ya hemos sacado todo, pues a la venga. Al lío, al lío.
Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock.
Be gone.
You're in for a little shock.
Bien. Bueno, pues ya lo habéis visto cómo es el dominio este. No es especialmente fácil, ni... Hombre, tampoco es que sea muy complicado, pero bueno. ¿Ves? Ah, mierda. Consume resina concentrada, que es lo que no quiero hacer. Vamos a esperar un segundín a ver si se me recargará la resina. ¿Vale?
I'll protect us.
La resina se recarga un punto cada, no sé si es cada media hora, una cosa así. Entonces a ver si con un poco de suerte antes de que salgamos. Si no, pues consumiremos una resina. ¿Qué le vamos a hacer? Pi, piri, pi, pi. Ah, se puede con resina original. Si tengo 20. Ah, vale, pero dice que si usas resina concentrada, que tengo 3, te dan más recompensas. Vamos a usar resina concentrada. Te dan mejores recompensas o no sé qué. Mira, insignia del guardián. ¿Este cuál es? Defensa 30%. Bueno, salimos de aquí y nos vamos a la principal. Volvemos a Sumeru. No, espera, que hemos dicho que hay que informar a Iris para acabar esta misión ya.
Let's dance.
Y misión cumplida. Trofeo espina dragón, pilar del frío. Mira tú, que bien. A ver cómo vamos de moras. De protogemas, perdón, 1461. De aquí a nada estamos haciendo otra tiradita. Bueno, lo dicho, vamos a volver aquí a la misión. Pom, 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 pom. Bueno, esto tengo tiempo de sobra, 17 días. La haré fuera de cámara. Esta parte la cortamos.
Here she comes. Satori is here. Let's quietly follow her. Once she starts talking to her acquaintances, we'll find a safe spot to begin possessing them. As for how we'll sway her to our side, I'll leave that to you. I trust you'll know what to say. Paimon's starting to feel kind of nervous. Okay, let's go. Looks like they've already started talking. Let's find a hiding spot and get started.
That's right. You really can't force anything when it comes to love. And besides, everyone around me has a very different background and outlook. Are you still listening to me, Nabia?
Oh, of course I'm listening. You were talking about troubles with your love life, right? I heard everything you...
Okay then. You just seemed a little distracted for a moment there. Strange. Your cats seem pretty worked up. Is something wrong? I always thought they were quiet, happy kitties. Oh, what are their names again? Ah, that's right. They are just little darlings, aren't they? Harut and Marut.
Pues menos mal que me acordaba de la vez anterior, porque...
So, which fortune do you want me to read for you today?
I'd like to get another reading on my love prospects, but to be perfectly honest with you,
A mess?
well, could you do a reading on how long it'll take me to finish my current project at work?
I hear you. No problem at all. The god... The gods are asking. Setaria, why haven't you gone home?
Why haven't I gone home? Do the gods really know everything I've been thinking about?
Setaria, why don't you just go home? It's a demand now instead of a question.
I'm sorry. I know I failed the gods. Please pass on my most sincere apologies, and if I may ask, Nabia, is there a specific god who's speaking to you right now?
What an inconsiderate and naive question. The god who is speaking to me is, of course,
The Scarlet King? No wonder he would make such a demand of me. Oh, even though news of the Scarlet King's resurrection has been spreading like wildfire, it's all just a misinformation campaign from the academia.
What insolence! I am the Scarlet King's most loyal believer.
Oh, no. As a child of the desert, I am only reveling in his power upon learning that his divine glory has touched... I will think very carefully about his demand of me. I'm sorry. I must go now.
Wait! Whoa! She just ran off in a hurry. Well done. Setaria didn't seem to suspect anything amiss. To have something she's been trying desperately to avoid show up out of nowhere and berate her, that must have shaken her to the core. Aw, Nahida, it seems like you understand human emotions really well after all. All I know are some abstract Harava-taught theories. In any case, my time with you has shown a lot of them to be utterly useless. Anyway, enough of that. Let's hurry and catch up to Setaria.
Vale, pues nada, seguimos. Espera que Nahida entre en la conciencia de los habitantes y habla con Setaria. Arriba 11 metros. Pipo, pipo, pi, 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 pi.
It's okay. I just got caught up in something. Oh, actually, didn't you ask me to help you look for work? What kind of work were you looking for? Gardening? But don't you hate everything to do with plants? I still remember getting mad at you for secretly throwing away the bonsai that I gave you as a present.
Como su padre, que era albañil, que se rompió una pierna.
Well, you see, a friend told me that the secret to self-improvement is...
Fair enough. I didn't think that was something you would consider.
Si se lo traga.
Speaking of, how's he doing? Is he feeling any better? Oh, that's good to hear. I've been thinking a lot about him. If I could get some more time off, I'd love... Actually, while we're talking about him, is he still living in Port Ormos?
Sí, porque se retiró ahí. Nos está poniendo a prueba la cabrona esta.
Yeah, he's been retired there for a while.
If you could find the time, please write him a letter. Please pass on that recently, faith in the Scarlet King has taken root in Port Ormos. He has a quick temper, and has always been a devout follower of the Dendro Archon. I don't want him to get into a fight with those Scarlet King believers.
Oh? So, who are you siding with in all of this? The I'm so jealous of you. You were born a child of the desert. Yet you chose to betray the Scarlet King.
Akeem, you don't mean you've also become a believer of the Scarlet King?
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise Scarlet King? In fact, aren't you the strange one? The one...
Can't pick a side? Me?
Whoa! Paimon had no idea you'd be so good at this! You really zeroed in on the issue and put it right in front of her. It might feel a bit overwhelming for Sataria, but once everything is over, I'll be sure to pay her a visit to her mind and explain everything. Come on! Sataria's already started talking with Shishan!
So, Shishan, have you noticed anything weird in this? Like, as if someone was trying to preach to you about something?
¿Esa donde estudia? ¿En el sótano o en el ático? Esta no me quedé bien con la historia. El sótano. En el ático.
Wait, did you just say attic? I thought this place didn't have an attic. Also,
Well, the restaurant recently added an attic. I've been studying there because it has better lighting. Oh, right. Speaking of strange things, I celebrated the Sub-Zerus festival so many times that I lost count. That was really weird.
wait, how could you be aware of that? That should be impossible. Nothing in the report indicated anything like...
Are you still failing to realize that the Academia's lowly tricks could never deceive all of Sumeru's citizens?
Jishan, don't tell me that you've converted to the Scarlet King as well!
What an absurd question. You make it sound like I should be ashamed for becoming a believer of the Scarlet King. In reality, shouldn't you be the one who is ashamed?
Please, please stop!
Even now, Sataria's still trying to run from her problems. She can no longer justify everything to herself. Hey, she's trying to talk to the guards! What should we do? This is the most important part of all. Quick, get ready.
Mercenary, you're a member of the Corps of 30, correct? Please help me pass a message to the Matra right away. The situation in the city is getting out of control.
Please, try to remain calm, miss. Tell me what's happening in the city.
Heretics are infiltrating the city, and they've already converted many residents to their side.
Heretics? What kind of heresy are you talking about?
The Scarlet King! Many people I know have suddenly started believing in him, but he's long dead. It's impossible.
Miss Sataria, nothing is impossible.
You know my name?
The Scarlet King is immortal, and all who defy him will one day pay the price. You must face the truth, Sataria. You tread a treacherous path, and the longer you ignore it, the tighter the Academia's grasp on you will become, and the deep child of the Scarlet King. Never forget that the desert that belongs to you lies elsewhere.
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise Scarlet King? In fact, aren't you the strange one? The one who still can't pick a side?
What an absurd question. You make it sound like I should be ashamed for becoming a believer of the Scarlet King.
Sataria, why haven't you gone home?
seems that no matter
Vamos,
where
que le
I
hemos
run,
hecho a la
I
pobre
only
un
keep
lavado
finding
de
more
cerebro
believers of the Scarlet
espectacular.
King. I have to say, I've also been running from my guilt this whole time. Guilt over my part in the sage's plans. But no matter how much I may try to ignore or get rid of it, my guilt always comes back.
You won't necessarily lose your research opportunities by facing the truth. Besides, did you really want to conduct your research while carrying such heavy feelings of guilt?
How do you know me so well? Are you truly just a believer of the Scarlet King?
That's not important. The important thing is to pass judgment on the academia and its sages, and to correct their mistakes. If you could provide some assistance in this matter, perhaps it could serve as a form of atonement.
I've actually never believed in the gods, but I've always believed in serendipity. Your appearance must be a fated opportunity for me to get out of this wretched situation. Please tell me, what can I do for you?
How much do you know about the sage's current activities?
I was just one of the designers for the masked dream harvest scheme, which is what happened around the Sub-Zeru's festival, but I know very little about the full scope of the overall project. I'd assume that only staff with the highest clearance would have access to those confidential documents. I've just been working to meet the Grand Sage's specified requirements. However, there's something that's been really bothering me. I heard that a scholar who was previously expelled has returned to the city.
To fight against the academia, we will need to figure out the nature and the purpose of their work. Is there a...
It should be possible if we're willing to take some risks. After all, I'm an assistant to the Grand Sage. And one thing, though, I won't be able to transfer the documents to you through the Akasha once I get my hands on them. Let me see... let's use the most primitive method.
The academia entrance. Wouldn't that be too conspicuous?
Don't worry about that. I assure you, this won't be a trap. I'm only suggesting this location because it'll draw more scrutiny for me to leave the academia again. It'll be safest for me to distract the guards long enough to hand you the documents.
All right, I trust you.
So,
that'll depend on the judgment of the Dendro Archon.
The Dendro Archon. That's right. Her people are the ones we have endangered. Maybe it's time for me to find a god to believe in.
Just as Nahida predicted, we've managed to bring Sataria to our side. The Traveler's execution was ingenious. She's the one who deserves all the praise. Well, now that we've made plans to meet again tomorrow evening, all we can do is pray for Sataria's mission to go off without a hitch.
Pray? But if we're going to pray to the gods, aren't we just praying to you? God of wisdom and guardian of the scholar?
No. The truth is the true guardian of scholars. I've always believed that.
Vale, pues ahora hay que esperar hasta la noche del día siguiente. 19.
That's right. I suppose I'm the other Catherine in your mind.
Shh! We're on a secret mission tonight, so we need to protect Catherine's identity.
Yep, Paimon's right. We cannot fully rule out the chance that the meetup tonight is just a trap. If something were to happen, My existence may be the only trump card we'll be able to play. After all, the academia should still be unable to confirm the existence of my consciousness.
Yep, exactly. Just what Paimon was thinking. Anyway, enough about that. Let's just make sure to be on our off? What do you feel is off? It's the middle of the night. Of course it's quiet.
No, I think she's right. It really is a lot quieter than you. If you look around, there seems to be fewer people on the streets. I'm not sure.
Huh. Maybe it's just a coincidence. Maybe Sataria figured out a way to not only distract the guards, but also to get everyone to go to sleep.
I also can't quite figure out why things feel a little off.
Well, regardless, as long as you're here with us, Paimon feels a little sick. Huh. There really aren't many people out right now. Let's hope it'll be this quiet in front of the academia, and that Sataria managed to distract all the guards.
Para mí que es una trampa, porque la sectaria esta yo creo que es un poco sectaria. ¡Ah! ¡Qué graciosa! ¡Qué graciosa!
The triumphant hero returns at last. And to a rather spectacular welcome, even if I do say so myself.
You're the outcast, expelled from the academia.
Indeed I am. Although these days they tend to call me the Doctor.
Dottore. Son dos de la mafia, macho.
If you're looking
Dottore,
for your
señora.
researcher friend, she has already been taken into confinement. With some basic caution, she could have discovered the listening device on her person. Clearly, she lacks the degree of rigor expected of a true scholar.
The people of Sumeru City. What have you done to them?
I simply made some minor adjustments to their Akasha terminals. Now they can deposit information directly into the subconscious. As you can see, all these lovely people now believe this traveler is a hero who has just saved the world. My experiment is a success. And now it seems they can no longer hold back their sheer adoration.
No, what should we do? These are all just regular people.
Leave now. You need to get out of here.
What? That guy's a Fatui harbinger! We can't just leave you here!
Nor can I abandon the people of Sumeru! Don't worry. We'll meet again outside of the city.
I see. You appear to have overridden their mental faculties with your own consciousness. To possess such a powerful mind, you must be the god of wisdom.
This should be far enough. Paimon needs to catch her breath first. Is Nahida going to be okay? We only made it out because of her. Paimon wasn't counting on running into a new Harbinger here, let alone such a high-ranking one. That guy was number 2. So scary. He called himself the Doctor. Remember, Tainari told us about him. Sataria did say that someone who once got expelled from the academia came back recently, and that even the sages are wary of him. Yep, sounds like she must have been talking about the Doctor. Yeah, now that the Doctor's in the picture, we're no longer just dealing with the academia. But what are the Fatui after this time? Another Gnosis? Yeah, things would be a lot easier with Nahida's help. Nahida said we'll meet again outside of the city. But we can't just keep waiting you mean... Oh, right! Wasn't he invited by the sages to work on some project when we were staying with him in the Vidia Fort? Even though he turned it down at the time, he might still know something. There's no time to lose. Let's go to Gandharvaville.
Dice el imaginario del doctor Dottore. Trigui, 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 trigui. Por cierto, he subido a Moria al 60 ya, la he ascendido. Y ahora estoy con los talentos. Y a ella y su arma. Y estoy ahora con los talentos que se puede subir hasta el nivel 6. O sea, me tengo que ir un día, bueno, un día no, 2 o 3 días para... hasta conseguirlos todos. Los tengo en el 5 ahora, pero necesito como 6 por 3, 18 libros azules, una cosa así. O sea que...
Hold it right there. A blonde-haired traveler and a floating fairy. We've got you, all right. Take a look around. You've fallen right into our trap.
Are you mercenaries from the Corps of 30?
Corps of 30? We're nothing like those government lapdogs. We are an elite brigade that commands the highest commission rate in all of Sumeru.
The outcast? An outcast from the academia? But why wouldn't the Doctor just send the Fatui after us?
Still wasting time on idle chit-chat.
You're up, traveler!
Pues hala. Prepárate. Va a estallar el obús.
Nice and spicy!
Come a little closer.
That's close enough.
You're in for a little shock.
Ey, pensé que estaba muerto.
It isn't over yet. Here comes
Que vengan todos los que quieran.
Come a little closer.
Que vengan todos los que quieran.
Let's spark things up a little. You're in for...
Vamos, si vienen 2.000 millones de mercenarios.
I'll protect us.
I'll take my leave.
That was pretty rough. Is that what elite mercenaries are like? Yeah. Looks like we'll have to keep our guards up. But this doctor guy seems like a pretty tough opponent. He knew exactly where to set up an ambush. Going up against smart people is tough.
Pues lo vamos a dejar por aquí, gente. La mirada de cierto Dios busca a Tignari. Lo vamos a dejar por aquí y en el próximo seguimos. Así que nada, sed buenas, sed buenos, sed felices. Un saludín, si os quiere mucho. Chao, chao.